Hello.
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 Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Curiosity Cove. My name is Veda.
And this is your captain speaking, and we're back with another episode.
Bow, 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 bow.
We're putting it in ourselves. I love the I know we don't do it every week now, but I like the phrase where it's like another day, another whatever, but we have to go another 2 weeks, another podcast.
Another podcast.
Another
Another
podcast.
fortnight, another podcast.
Oh my god, we could say that.
Yeah, because we do this a fortnight.
Ah,
Every
people think
fortnight.
we're playing Fortnite though.
Definitely not. Oh, wait.
Oh,
My
absolutely not.
my
But
brother, his bestie turned 30, which is disgusting because I used to call them the little ones, and so now that they're 30, it feels really gross.
mm-hmm.
But for his birthday, my brother got him a Fortnite Nerf gun because they make those.
That's crazy.
Why do you need that?
So, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like they've had that since when Fortnite first came out though.
I maybe I don't really.
No, because when I worked in Target for my first job,
Wait,
they were
what?
there.
Bitch, I didn't know you worked at Target.
Yeah.
That was your first job?
Yeah.
I am so
I did
sorry.
it while I was in college, like when I came back from uni and like had like the in between. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
goddamn.
And I do remember seeing the all blue, well, I guess all white on a blue background caps Fortnite Nerf guns.
Huh.
So it's really
So yeah,
embarrassing.
maybe they have had them all along. Maybe I'm crazy.
I'm crazy once.
Maybe. Oh God, no. That is
Oh
not
no, we
the.
got rid of that.
That's
Let's
not
not.
the return of beautiful thing that I was mentioning. What I was before the podcast started, I was telling Cap that I have something beautiful from our past that has returned. It is the return of loud booms on my Ring doorbell app. So
Boom,
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 boom.
boom.
So it's been really quiet, like for a really long time, truthfully. But since it's prime time construction season near me,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of big booms happening because there's a lot of machinery and whatever. And so I keep
Mm-hmm.
seeing these posts pop up, like it'll give me the notification, loud booms. Did anybody hear that? And every time I'll think about it, I'll be like, oh, I could go in there and I could be so sorry you were afraid of big five booms. But but
Nah, the people in your neighborhood are fucking
dude,
out of their mind.
I love it. I love every second of
I
it.
love them.
I was literally so I was on there earlier and there was like a post. There was like a whole bunch of posts. Like one of them was like Sonic Boom. Did anybody just hear that? And everyone was like, "You're literally crazy. You would know if it was a Sonic Boom." Um
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, there's just all these loud noises going on. And then somebody just posted, maybe it's the cats. Because we always have missing
No.
cats. They're like, maybe it's the
Honestly, I feel like
cats.
the people in your neighborhood are just there to rage bait your boomers.
I think that might be true. I honestly, I think there's a part of the younger homeowners here, like myself, that don't
Mm-hmm.
understand going and posting, did anybody hear that loud boom? Yes, if you heard it, chances are somebody else has heard it. And
Maybe even your neighbor
and
directly
like,
next to you.
why are you asking, did we hear it instead of, does anybody know what that was? Does anybody know if
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
that's the part that I don't get, man. There was one night I heard a really weird noise. So I 31F for the first time for the first time posted on the app and I said, "Did anybody hear that crazy noise? Was that like a car peeling off and it just didn't go well or something?" And then I was
Mm,
like, "Bill, like I put my neighborhood, my specific neighborhood, um
yeah.
and I was like, by the way, this is where I'm at. Is anyone from around here and no and blah blah." And then somebody commented on it. This is how easy this could be. Somebody commented on it and said somebody pulled their boat off their driveway and it came unattached, so it slid. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense." Done.
Oh my god.
Done.
What a very helpful person.
Literally. Yeah, that's what being a
Like
good neighbor is. Being a good neighbor being a good neighbor means just identifying it and saying, "Cool, we move on." And then, the 7 posts after mine are, "Did anybody hear that? Boom."
Boom. Nah, they're definitely there to rage bait. There's no fucking
No,
way.
I think sometimes people post the did anybody hear that, like, as a joke. Like I like the way
But
that some of these
but like
sound.
why do it on a neighborhood watch?
That's what I'm saying is
That's
like
the thing.
is like in this day and age we have neighborhood Facebooks. All literally there's a gigantic Chicago group chat on Facebook basically. Like why aren't you posting there? Why are we posting in fucking Ring? Um the one that I was talking about that I was like, this has to be a joke. It says sonic boom, loud noises. Did anyone hear what caused them? I have a pet guinea pig and it is so scared. And then it's tagged potential gunshots explosions.
What the fuck?
Like that has to be trolling, right?
What?
There's no way this person said, I need to mention the fact that my guinea pig got scared.
And then why would you label it under there?
Yes, like I think that we've reached the point where they're trolling. So we're so back with the Ring doorbell app. We are so
We're
freaking
so
back.
back. We're so bad.
I will be scanning it for the best of the best over the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Oh my
until
god, that'd be so
Halloween
perfect.
comes, and on Halloween I'm gonna post hooligans in costumes ringing my doorbell. Does anybody know what this is?
On Halloween.
On Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
That'll be
it's
something,
gonna
I
be.
swear.
I'm sure
That'd be
people
so
have great
good.
response. I'll share the responses with everyone.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Oh my
I
gosh.
know. So what have you been up to the last couple of weeks?
Um, not too much. We're planning on seeing Conjuring Last
Yeah,
Rites
yeah,
this
yeah,
weekend,
yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
excited for that.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
Olive Garden.
I saw True and Olive Garden. Dude, the chicken gnocchi is about to show
Bro,
out.
I just want my breadsticks.
I think I'm gonna look crazy to them because I'm not gonna order anything else but the chicken gnocchi. And I'm gonna say, I'm literally gonna hit the table and be like, keep it coming. Like, what the fuck? You guys should just bring me a pitcher. I've got
Wait, I
it.
think that's
Like,
so
what?
funny that I think that's so funny that like I imagine like the like Thor, the
Yeah, the
another one.
bam, another.
Yeah.
That's literally what I want to do because I could just sit there and eat that all day. But I won't lie, to a point, I feel like that will fill you up. And I don't know whether or not to pig out on it or save some space for popcorn. Cause I also just saw last Saturday um Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Yeah.
So but I'm also just a fiend for popcorn, so I don't think it even matters just because I saw a movie last week. I'll
Yeah.
do it again. Like
That's I really am I'm debating getting the movie thing, like getting the subscription thing. I really am. Like I just think it sounds so worth it.
after you said that to me, I kind of want to as well.
Okay,
But I
so
have to I think I'm going to wait to see when like what's coming up on the next run of movies cuz like right now the only movie in September that I want to see is Conjuring.
so
I
that
didn't
was
plan
was
on
my
going to go
thing,
see
right? So
Demon Slayer.
my whole thing was I think I might do it. I don't know that I'll do it right now. But I think eventually I'm gonna do it because next year there's a whole bunch of good movies that are set to come out. I don't know if they will,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
But
I'm thinking
also
next year.
in my brain, I'm like, if I do it now and we don't go see anything, bitch, I'm gonna have like 6 movie tickets.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at my little planner doodad and see what's coming up. So
Um,
obviously the Demon Slayer thing just came out.
yeah,
Conjuring. Next
Wicked,
month we have Michael, which is the Michael Jackson
right?
movie. Tron Ares, Frankenstein, the one with Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi.
Somehow
Oh my
I
god, I think we just might have to do it because then November is Now You See Me 3, Wicked Part 2, and
okay,
Zootopia 2.
I'm not seeing Now You See Me Now You Don't.
That's fair. But then also in December, we've got FNAF 2 and then Avatar Fire and Ash.
Wait, FNAF
So
2 comes out in December already?
yeah, December 5th.
Wait, that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, wait. I think I might jump the gun and just do it.
I'm definitely not doing it this month, but low key, yes. I think I might just do it next month.
Well, because okay, so here's my thing is
I'm
that
listening.
um with this okay, so I get it, right? And then I get our movie tickets, right? And
Mhm.
then that is already it's gonna be me, you, Brandon, Maddie, Lexi, and Rye, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay, so
From what I've heard, anyways.
that's yeah, I think everyone's going
I
besides
think the normal
Peyton.
loadout's 6 people.
I need Peyton to just move home. Like
I
now.
know. I agree.
But okay, so that's 6 of us. And so really it'll be 5 people's worth of ticket pricing, which is beautiful.
Mhm.
And then November, at least I assume me, you, Lexi will go see Wicked.
Mhm.
What else comes out in November?
Um,
Michael and what?
hold on.
Oh, Now You See Me, right?
Uh, November's Now You See Me, Wicked, and Zootopia.
Oh,
Michael's next month. But I'm
Zootopia.
also gonna for sure see Tron Ares. So
Oh, I'm into Tron. So yeah,
yeah,
see
Tron Ares is coming out the first week of October, which is literally in 2-3 weeks.
the
So
way
honestly, I might say fuck it and just do it October.
yeah, I mean
I have 2 movies I want to see.
that's not necessarily a bad idea. Cuz my whole thing is I'm debating between doing it annually and doing it month by month because annually you pay 11 months, but monthly you'll pay all 12 months. Like they give you a month discount.
Hmm.
So I'm debating because I'm like I'm gonna see movies throughout the next calendar year.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no point in not doing an annual plan. Just pay it once, be done with it, and then have it for the next year.
True.
But my thing is that if I do that, I really want the platinum part, and like you get a platinum one by I think you have to see 25 movies or you have to buy 60 tickets within a year.
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, but if we all as a big group go to see 10
That's
movies,
10
that's it.
movies. Yeah, now that you just broke that shit down.
Hmm.
Mm.
But the thing is that if we both get it, we're gonna have to alternate so we can reach that. I mean, I'll probably go a shit ton on my own. I might just hit the 25 movies.
That's what I'm saying. I'll definitely go a lot, like even just with with my family, just pulling up out
Bitch, I'll
here.
go
Like I'll
alone.
go. You literally, me too. Be like, hey
Bitch,
guys,
I
you want
will
to see this
go.
movie?
No? Oh,
Ah,
all
damn. Be
right.
like, oh well, I'm going by
I'm
myself.
going. Yeah, that's literally. I debated because we were talking about the Conjuring and how it might not be in theaters anymore when we couldn't see movie times.
I know my
Um,
nerve is.
I know, me too, because I was like, there's no way they took it out already, right? Like they're just being real slow with their freaking website or something. Um,
Yes, which was the
but
case. Don't worry, guys. We have our spots and we
yes,
know
we
the
do.
time.
We
We're
know what's
good.
happening. But I was debating for a second. I was like, maybe what I'll do is if it does go out of theaters, have you ever heard of the Picture Show?
Yes, I love Picture
I
Show.
love Picture Show as well. And so I was like,
Hmm.
maybe I'll just go to Picture Show for it. Because they always get it right after it's out of the big theaters.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll just go alone and watch and be that weirdo who sits alone at a horror movie.
Yeah, but you'll also have amazing popcorn and a drink.
True.
So like
I can't have popcorn,
they can judge all
but
they
I'll
want.
have a great drink.
Oh, true. A drink and then maybe some snackies.
Yeah.
So they can fuck right off.
I'll have my bunch of crunch. We're all good.
Plus, also, people who judge at movies, shut up. The
You
only time
know,
I'll ever judge is if you're being way too damn loud or if it's like a singing musical S and
yeah.
you're being too damn loud, back the
Yeah.
fuck up. But that
Yeah.
will also be us at Hamilton if we
Yeah.
choose to go.
Oh, no, we're going.
I need to see, you know what, Wall, whatever next thing you're about to talk about, I'll see how long it's in theaters.
I was going to talk about my medical journey.
Oh,
very
okay.
briefly. So, TMI, you guys. I had my colonoscopy. Super. I thought it was going to be really invasive, but TBH, they knock your ass out during it, literally. So I didn't feel anything. She put the IV in me and she was like, "We're gonna have you turn on your side and then you might feel a sting because you're gonna get the sedation or whatever." And I
Mm.
remember turning, I'm out. I'm
Oh
gone.
my
That's
god.
it. And the next thing, I turned onto my side, and the next thing I know, someone's like, "Hey, you're in recovery," and I'm like, "What?"
Are you still turned over?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe if they like put you back that it would seem very like, where am I? But if you're
Yeah.
still in the same spot, it'll be like you blinked, you know?
Lit- no, that's literally how it felt. I literally feel like I blinked. And it was like, I can't remember what the drug they give you is to sedate you, but it is, I want it prescribed to me for sleep. It was the best sleep of my life. I
Mm-hmm.
like it, and I don't even know how long I was out, but it was great. And they got me in and out before my actual appointment time, which was awesome. Um,
Damn.
but
Speedy.
yeah, because it was so fast, I was like, "Oh, so I'm fine." And he was like, "Yeah, you're good. You can eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. You're clean bill of health. Great." So
Oh.
I, as of, okay, this one's rough, but I, as of September 11th, um, am like completely healthy. Like absolute, like zero problems, absolutely zero issues, nothing that I have to worry about. My doctors basically said just get my checkups and I probably won't have to do anything preventative or whatever because I tested negative for all predispositions. My blood
Mhm.
is literally perfect now that I'm on my iron pills. And yeah, it's insane.
So you don't have to get the fish or what?
No, I think I'm still gonna have an angry Puerto Rican Italian man threatening to buy me a fish. But but other than my iron, literally everything's fine. And my iron I learned is like a temporary thing. Like once my ferritin levels like stabilize, I won't have to
Mhm.
take them anymore.
Oh, well, good.
Hmm. He
Hell
did
yeah.
say I have to take like either up the fiber in my diet or take like a fiber supplement just to
Mhm.
keep my digestive system like hunky dory. Um but I think what I'm going to do is like okay, when you prepare for a colonoscopy, they give you like this really weird concoction of like laxatives to take basically,
Isn't it
right?
like a lot too? Like two
Yes, it
liters or some
is.
shit?
It's like I drank 96 ounces of laxatives, and then I took 6 tablets of a different type of laxative.
How many
Yeah.
liters is 96 ounces?
I think it's probably a liter and a half.
It's almost three, bitch.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yes.
Okay, so I
It's
drank,
2.8.
yeah, I drank a shit ton. And it was like my mom was laughing at me because I wanted it to be done, right? So
Yeah.
it said you're gonna have an 8-ounce glass, right? Every 15 to 30 minutes until you've had 4 glasses, and then you're gonna wait until your next tablets. You're
So
supposed to
you're
do it.
drinking the liquid part and taking the tablets at the
Yes, you
exact same
take
time?
okay, so the liquid part is called Miralax and the tablet part is called Docolax, I think. You
Uh-huh.
have to take 2 Docolax and drink 32 ounces of Miralax with Gatorade. So the way I did it, because I wanted it to be done, was I said, give me the tablets, give me the whole freaking thing of Gatorade. I will just pace myself. And I chugged it.
Oh my god.
I just wanted it over with. I would like pour myself a glass, chug, 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 wait 15 minutes, pour myself a glass, chug, chug, chug. Like, and my mom was she's like, I mean, I'm impressed at the way you're taking this down. And I was like, I
I would
want
be
it
impressed too.
over.
Holy shit.
So it was supposed to go from 8 until midnight. And then they warn you that you're going to stay up, like, essentially just shitting your brains out until like 4 in the morning. I was done by
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Oh my
I
god.
said, fuck this. I am not doing that all night. So, I started my doses early and then I skipped food because I was like, I'm not going to eat during this. Uh, and then, well, you're not supposed to, you're on an all liquid diet for it anyways. Um, so yeah, I skipped my dinner, which was essentially going to be fucking miso soup or something. I didn't
What is
drink
miso soup?
I didn't drink any water because I was drinking 96 ounces of Gatorade.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't drink anything extra at all, like whatever. My second to last glass was when the nausea kicked in, which is apparently super normal. And I
Yeah,
thought I
but
would,
I'm not like that's still impressive. Your second
yeah,
to last glass, like you already did all of it.
yeah. So I am, there I am, right? 31, female, sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
But I started taking the glasses into the bathroom and I was like, I'ma just chill. And so
Hmm.
I would like sit there and chug it and I was so nauseous, but I was like, I just have to get through this. So I, instead of taking the 15 minutes, I just did my last two glasses at once. And then
Hmm.
I went to sleep at 11 and I was good. Slept through the night, no problems. And so
Maybe the
woke
way they explain it to people just don't work for peeps.
maybe so because I was done by 9 and then me and my mom were looking it up and it's like you still have to take the rest of your doses, which is why I think I got nauseous because it was like, yeah, we're trying to like clean you out, but there's nothing in here. Um
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that's probably why. But then when I was done with it, he was like, okay, your first meal, eat light. You know, a lot of people do like, toast or they do like they'll do like fruits or they'll do, it just like eat something light and then, nothing spicy, nothing too heavy, da da da. Da. So I
To
went
like ease you
home.
back into it kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh, it might take a few days to have a bowel movement." And I went home and I ordered spicy lamb vindaloo with basmati rice and garlic naan. And
So you really didn't give a shit, huh?
nope, I chowed down and I was back to normal within like 2 hours. So
They really be giving people the wrong freaking
I don't know if
tips and
maybe
tricks.
it's just because typically you get colonoscopies way later in life. Like I think it's like 45 that you're
Oh.
supposed to start. So I think by then, just due to age, your digestive system is kind of anyways.
Yeah.
Um so I basically was like, dude, I'm young and invincible. I'm just gonna chug this shit and I'm gonna eat spicy food tomorrow.
Well, you beat the system.
I did, yeah, I rigged it for myself.
I rigged it. I rigged
I rigged
it.
it. I wrote the book. Um
Yeah.
but yeah, the clean bill of health feels good. I won't lie. Like it's just like it's nice to know that from here on out, it's up to me whether I get super super healthy or not because now I'm like I don't have this like mental block of like, oh, you have this, oh, you have this, like you're never going to be healthy because of XYZ. So I'm like, I'm big chillin'. Like I haven't gained back any of the weight that I lost in the hospital. I haven't necessarily lost any either. I think my body's kind of like stabilizing because I lost a massive amount while I was in the hospital.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I haven't gained any. I mean, weight loss has always been like a struggle for me in the past, anyways. Um, but like I said, I think I had like a mental block because I always thought that I had PCOS. I don't. I always thought I was like predisposed to diabetes because people in my family had it. I'm not predisposed. Like, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So,
Well,
uh,
yay!
yeah,
Clean bill of health.
I know I'm gonna have a hot girl summer this fall.
We're gonna have a hot girl summer this fall. Well,
Hell yeah.
you like fall more anyways, so
Yeah, hot girl fall.
hot girl fall.
Hot girl fall.
That
Um,
sounds like we're gonna fall like
I know,
actively.
I know, it does. It sounds
Hot girl
like,
fall. Hot
it
girls go
sounds like,
fall down.
um,
Boom.
boom, boom, boom. Oh my
I
god.
couldn't help it.
I understand. Oh my god.
Oh, I do have the answer about Hamilton.
Perfect.
So technically, since it's the 10-year anniversary and they're doing like just shoving it in theaters just to be like, let's get the theater kids like hype as fuck. So it's technically doesn't have any contractual obligations to stay or leave the theater. So
Oh.
it's up until popularity ceases to happen.
Oh, so we're we're going every week.
Literally, but also apparently it's been in since September 5th, and so we've literally only missed a week and a half of it being in.
Based. Okay.
So
So,
we're gonna watch it for showsies.
yes. So this
Yeah.
weekend we're going to see The Conjuring. Next weekend is my cousin's wedding. Which I'm like I'm excited for it because I love her and I love her fiance and I can't wait to see them get married, but like I
Yeah.
cannot stand weddings. So
That's so fair. That's so fair.
it's just a lot of
Well,
work.
I mean, we could also talk about not necessarily a weekend because I think me and you have a day off that is similar, yeah?
I think what are your days off? Wednesday,
Wednesday, Thursday.
yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. So I could do a Wednesday night or I could
Okay.
do a Thursday night. Um, I work both of those days, but only until
Balls.
4. So I mean, I'm back home by 5:05,
Yeah.
like almost like clockwork.
That's the same thing for me on Saturdays. Like I'm done by 4 and then I'll be
Yeah.
free right after that. So either way, we can definitely make something happen, but if you
Mhm.
just didn't want to like rush the weekend cuz of the event, that we could do it prior on a weekday if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could I wonder if maybe next week we can see if there are show times leading into like early October. And if there is, we can do that. And if not, then we can just go on a Wednesday or a Thursday night.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah,
How exciting.
I stay up too late on work days anyways.
Me too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
whatever.
I keep saying that I'm going to come home and catch up on sleep because I've been sleep deprived since Saturday. But which wait, can I vent real quick?
Yeah.
I was about to get loud, but I'm trying not to. My dumbass stupid bitch of a favorite driver um was racing in a different series, right? Because he wanted to get his
Uh-huh.
permit so he could do the big boy race, which is on the 27th. Sorry,
Mhm.
I'm really mean to him. Um but this motherfucker drives the slow ass car on like Friday, well, Saturday morning our time at 4 a.m. And then he was set to drive the next day also at 4 a.m. And I was way too tired on Friday because I stayed up to like do all of my school stuff because I just didn't want to deal with it. Um, so I'm sitting here. I stayed up. I did my school stuff. I looked at the clock. It's 1:30. I said I don't want to stay up for this race. I'll catch the next one.
Mhm.
They talk and talk and talk about how he's going to get in this car and he's going to race and then tomorrow he's going to get in that car and he's going to race. I motherfucking stayed up until 4 in the goddamn morning after going to a fucking birthday party. I left the birthday party. I went home. I was on 3 bottles of soju and I don't drink, so I don't like that shit. And then I stayed up until 4 in the morning. Motherfucker doesn't race.
What?
He already got his permit. He doesn't race. He doesn't do the second race. I load up the comments. Everyone's like, "Where's Max? Where is he? Oh I don't see his number." And they're like, "He's not racing." And then they pin the fucking comment. They say he wasn't racing. I said, "You're rubbing it in my fucking face." And then
I could have been sleeping.
I watched the 4 hour race anyways. I stayed up for it. Might as well watch it, right?
I Yeah, I mean, I would too at that point, you know.
I just, where was the notice beforehand? You know?
Never there, I guess.
Ugh.
Smashing my head. I think the one thing I stayed up like, and now it doesn't seem as late to me with what we've stayed up to recently now. But in college, we stayed up to watch the 2018 Worlds, which was the
Oh
first release
yeah.
of KDA.
Mm-hmm.
And so we stayed up. The first like announcement and stuff was at 2 a.m. So
Mm-hmm.
we rented out the local theater at our buddy's apartment complex, and we put it on the big screen, and I won't lie, it was the most funnest time ever. But technically, if the start time was 2 a.m. and I took a like an hour nap prior but was up the whole day because I was at school, and then the whole like world's event takes like a couple hours. So we were like, oh my God, it's like 4 a.m. And then we had food, and like people were like overtired. People were actually passed out still in the theater. Dude, that was so much fun, but I've never been more tired in my life. And I like wanted to stay up. I felt myself nodding off. It was, but I
See,
couldn't eat anything at that time either because I was just like,
we
I don't
used
know.
to when I was in college, but I was a partier in college. So like
Mm,
we would go out at 10:30, you know?
yeah.
And you're not coming back for at least 4 hours. So you're at 2 a.m. minimum
Mm-hmm.
is when you're coming back. And like a lot of the time we would get back and we would walk across the street. For those who don't know, when I went to college, I stayed across the street from Grant Park in Chicago. Thank God I don't live there anymore. But we would walk across the street in the Grant Park. There's like a monument there, and we would smoke a cigarette by the monument to end the night at like 9 in the morning. um,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it was rough. Well, a lot of the time we'd go to these parties and they get busted up by the cops. So then we'd be like, okay, where do we go? And so we would try to party hop, and then that would be hours long. And then somebody always wanted Taco Bell at like 4 in the morning. I don't know.
Every
Maybe it's just
time,
because
man.
there's only like two in the city of Chicago. There's only two Taco Bells. One's in Wicker Park and one's on like the far north side. Um, so maybe just because it's rare and we were always in the north side for parties, they were like, "Oh, let's stop by the Taco Bell." But somebody always wanted it. And the one Taco Bell's a cantina, so then people would want to get drinks at the Taco
Oh
Bell.
no.
Which it's like, why are we getting lit at a Taco Bell? There's a bar 5 feet away in any direction. Why are we at the Taco Bell? Whatever. So then we would do that, and then somebody would be like, "Oh, but I want the really shitty Mexican place down the street because it's cheap and it's open late and their fucking tortas are the best or whatever." And so then we would get everybody's individual fucking food because everyone had to have something, and then we'd end up at the Boys Town IHOP every time because it's open 24 hours and it's good. It's good IHOP.
I won't lie. IHOP at any time, I could fuck that
Slaps.
shit
Yeah.
up.
That's why I always wanted to go to IHOP. I was always like,
I don't
or
think that's a hot take, but for those of you who might come for us, shut up.
yeah.
It's gotta be that
Invalid,
good.
invalid opinions if you don't like
Invalid,
IHOP.
invalid. Your opinion is yuck.
Uh,
I
um,
don't know. I'm also a pancake fiend,
Me
but I don't even
too.
necessarily have to just get pancakes. It
I
could
just
be anything.
had I just had these pancakes the other day. So there's a place out by me that does s'mores pancakes, and so they crumble up
Mm.
graham crackers and they do the chocolate or whatever. But like their marshmallow fluff cream stuff that they have is so bomb, dude. It's so good. It makes no sense. Um, and I just had those the other day because I was like, I feel like having some pancakes today. Um, but yeah, I think the latest thing I ever like stayed up for though, this is really embarrassing me and Wexy lore. Um, when we were at the height of our BTS obsession that we had
Hmm.
together, um, they were releasing songs like collaborations, and one of them was my bias and her bias with Juice World, and we were like, "Oh, this is gonna be dope!" Like,
Hmm.
we have to stay up for the premiere. We thought it was at 2 a.m. So we stay up and we stay up, and then because we both had work the next day, or maybe I had work and she did, and I don't really remember. But um, regardless, I know I had work the next day, and I was like, staying up until 2 and being tired one day at work isn't that bad. I'll just come home and crash early tomorrow. It's fine. Um, But when we got to the like premiere thing or whatever on YouTube, it was like, oh no. The premiere starts at 2. It releases at 4.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, do we nap? And she was like, we can't. We'll sleep through it. And I was like, I really want to stay awake for it. And she's like, me too. And she's like, do we do it? And I was like, do we? And she was like, we have this long running joke of this thing called Banditos Monday, which is where
Hmm.
we went to a bar on a Monday night and everyone in our group had to work the next day.
Oh my
But
god.
for some reason we decided to stay out until 4 in the morning. Um
Sometimes
and
it's just a vibe and it has to
yeah,
happen. I won't lie.
Alexi got smashed. It was really funny.
Oh my god.
But I had to drive everybody home. I ended up sleeping at Lexi's because she lived at the time like 8 minutes from my workplace. And I was like, no. I will
You're
go
like, what
in the
up, perk?
same clothes. I do not give a shit. I'm sleeping at your house. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Um, but uh yeah, she was like, we did Banditos Monday. And I said, we did do that. Yeah, we can do anything. We're actually invincible. Yeah. And so we stay up until 4 o'clock to hear this 3-minute song. And it sucks.
It sucked.
It sucked. Actually, it kind of grew on me, but at the time we were like, this is trash. And we stayed up all night for this.
Like grew on you like two baddies one
It's just
Porsche or
no, it's just like it's the part that hurts me. Oh, I need to talk to you about that actually. Too bad he's one Porsche. Um
Okay.
there was a like point of the song where Juice World literally goes all night, all night, all night, all night, all night, all night. Like that's what he's singing, and we were like,
No
this is
way.
yes. We were like, this is actually trash. I can't I this is disgusting and I hate it.
You're like, I can't get behind this.
Yes. But moving on to the two Bellies, one Porsche. I
Okay.
was downtown and I was with my buddy. We went to a pop-up event, super fun, super cute, whatever. And while we were walking, I heard a girl yell out, two baddies, two baddies. And then another girl from across the way started walking up to her and she's like, one Ferrari. And I was like, oh my God, that's an NCT joke. That is out in the real world. Somebody else has that joke. We are not the only ones.
That's insane.
Yeah, I was like,
You should have joined in and just immediately yelled,
I
"One
did.
Porsche!"
I did. No, she said two baddies, two baddies. I said one Porsche, and she laughed. And then the other girl said one Ferrari, because it was we were at a pop up event, and obviously anyone who has taste is a Ferrari fan. So, um, but yeah, it was. I thought of you instantly because I was like, wait, that should be our call and response. If we're ever somewhere together, we would never be because neither of us is a crowd person. But
True.
if we were ever put in that position, I feel like I would just be yelling out two baddies, and just listening to the
I go,
one
"One
Porsche.
from across the way.
Literally,
That's so funny.
I know. I literally I can't hear that song without thinking about you now.
Yeah, me neither. And it's so bad because like we totally placeboed ourselves.
I know. I
It's not
placeboed
that
it
good of
so
a song,
hard.
guys.
I
But
also I
in our
love that
hearts, it is
you
though.
latched on to mine and Lexi's placebo thing. Like, have you ever heard the story behind that?
No, I don't think so.
We drove. Have you heard the Niagara Falls story at all?
Yes, I know the whole
Okay,
plot.
so during that drive, we were so sleep deprived that
Mhm.
we instead of saying manifested, we kept saying placeboed. So
Like
so like
just you said it one time and then just
and then
stuck
it just
or
stuck. So it was like she saw something on the side of the road that she looked like a man. I said, I think you placeboed that man. And then she started laughing. And then like when I hit the deer, okay, I should back up. For those who don't know this
yeah,
story,
wait.
because it is a pretty good story. I will shorten it as much as possible. Me and my best friend Lexi, we decided to take a trip to Niagara Falls. From where we lived to Niagara Falls was about 8.5 hours. But unfortunately, the trip ended up on the way there. It ended up taking like 12 hours because we couldn't go through Canada because it was COVID time and it tried to take us through Canada. So we had to do a big loop de loop in Michigan and then continue along the Great Lakes. And mind you, this was a drive there, see the falls, and drive back because we're fucking stupid, and that is what we decided to do. We
Yeah,
said
but
we said we'll be fine. We'll sleep in shifts and it'll be fine. Neither of us slept. Lexi didn't sleep the night before. She didn't sleep on the car ride. She was so sleep deprived she literally was hallucinating when we were getting back into the state. Like it was insane. Um but the drive starts. We get in the car at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night, which is a terrible idea, but that's what we did. So we get in the car at 9 o'clock at night and we stop and we get our snacks. We got like Lunchables. We were like, we'll just take everything we could imagine. We got a cooler. We put ice in it, whatever, cool beans. We end up leaving her place at like 10:30. And we're driving and we're
PM.
driving. Yes. And we're driving and we're driving. Well, because our thought was the next day we'll get to the falls. We'll like enjoy it a little bit. We'll be back home by the next night.
Yeah.
So we are on our way. And our state doesn't have toll gates, like with the arms that come up and whatever. But the state next to us, guess what they have? They have toll gates where you can't just go through with your little zippy easy pass. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Well, I didn't know that. So the arm is down and I didn't see it because I'm not thinking about it. And Lexi's like, stop. Tori, stop. And I slam on the brakes and I hit this thing with my car and it just whabam, like opens right up, goes to the side. I said, am I fucked? And she's like, I don't know. And she looks at me, she goes, well, go. And so I just start driving. And I was like, am I going to get a ticket for that? And then for the next 2 hours, we were completely silent because both of us secretly wanted to turn around.
For 2 hours
For
of
two
the
hours.
initial goal.
Yes, for the first 2 hours of our drive, like after I hit that thing, both of us were like, this is a bad idea, we should turn around. But we didn't say it to each other. So
Wait,
then
so did anything ever come of
oh,
um
I learned a fun fact thanks to it.
oh.
They are called breakaway arms. And basically, they are designed where if they get hit, they just snap back. That's why it was so. Because I was like, I barely tapped that thing. I got out of my car, I checked, there was no mark or anything. I was like, I hit the brakes in time. I barely touched that. But they're designed, once they feel the force, they just immediately snap back as to not break. So it's fine.
Right.
The long story short, it happens and they know it does, so they design them to counteract it. So yeah, nothing ever came of it. It was totally chill. But yeah, so we go through this drive. We get all the way to, I think, like almost Grand Rapids. And then we realize, oh shit, it's trying to take us to Canada. So we turn around. We take this other route back because it was like faster to go back onto our original route. But it is the creepiest, most backwoods, wrong turn, horror movie type
Oh
shit
my God.
ever. And so we're like, of course this is what happens to us because we're horror movie buffs, right? We're going to get murdered in the woods in Michigan because we wanted to go to the fucking stupid ass Niagara Falls on a Thursday night or whatever.
Mhm.
So we're just, I mean, at this point, we're just both like over it, but we're so like delusional that we just jam and we have a good time. We made playlists of every color of the rainbow and we would listen to a song and then decide what playlist it belongs in, like depending on the vibe of it. Like we just got so insane. So then we get to Niagara Falls. Honestly, the rest of the trip goes perfect after that. Lexi gets to see like states for the first time because she hadn't spent a lot of time outside of the state. She gets to see foothills of the Appalachian Mountains and she had never seen the mountains before. So like she was having a blast, especially being a little sleep deprived. So fun for her. I was dealing with birds constantly shitting on my car. So the entire time I'm like begging for birds to stop. I was like, God, send me anything else. I do not want a fucking another piece of bird shit. I can't do it right now. Every rest stop we get to, I'm like scraping it off of my windows. I mean, it was an immaculate amount of bird shit. I can't describe how many birds shit on my car. Um, so we get all the way into New York. We're like enjoying it. Lexi's afraid of heights. We have to go over these like gigantic bridges to get to the falls. She's
Mm-hmm.
freaking out. I mean, the bridges are crazy. They're so fun. She doesn't like them, but I love them. Um, and we get to the falls. We get out. At that time, the reason we decided to go was because at that time, New York said, if you come here, because it's outside and we want people to be outside and not like still active, but we don't want you guys to, we want social distancing a lot. They're like, all
Yeah.
of our parks and stuff free. You don't have to pay for anything. So we were like,
Oh.
holy shit, yeah, we should go do something. Um, so we get to the falls, we park for free, we get into the thing for free. We're like going around everywhere. And we're like, we look at it and we're like, yeah, that's a big waterfall. So you want to go? Or like it was
Like go home?
we were there for maybe 25-30 minutes. And we just saw the waterfall. We took some pictures. We were like, holy shit, I can't believe we did this. We sat down for a little bit. We were like, are we fucking insane or what? And then we
Yes.
drive back. We drive through Buffalo. We're like seeing a little bit of New York, like of upstate. It's fucking beautiful. And we're on our way back home, and everything just kind of starts to go downhill mentally. Like, we're both delusional. We're both sleep deprived. I've been driving for 13 hours. I got out of the car for half an hour, and now I have to go drive another 8.5 hours or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she calls her significant other at the time. I call mine, and we're like telling them, and mine is like, I can't believe you're dumb enough to do this. And I was like, Fuck you. Um,
Fuck you. I do it again.
I would do it again. But yeah, so we're on the way back home. Everything's fine. We're like laughing, having a good time. We come up with that whole scenario about truck drivers and putting acid in people's eyes, which I would love to explain to all of you, but it's just too long of a story. Um, uh, but at some point, I'm still complaining about these birds shitting on my car, and the placebo thing came from a podcast I was listening to where the guy got the definition of the placebo effect wrong, where he said where you make something true that's not. And we were like, that's manifesting, dude. What do you mean? And
Yeah.
so we made jokes about it. But then when we got to Ohio, everything was so dark. And there was like no streetlights once we hit Indiana. Like none on the highway. The highway was like barren and dark and scary. No lights.
Mm-hmm.
Deer comes out of nowhere. I see it. I'm serious. A deer on the highway. That is what our trip ended with. Um Deer comes out of nowhere. Lexi screams. I swerve the car because I'm an excellent, great driver who deserves to be like driving professionally or something. This deer was going to hit us head on. And
Yeah.
from in the half of a second that we looked at it, noticed it, and I swerved, it just hit my light. That was it. And so I don't know how the hell I did that, but all I escaped with was a damaged headlight. That was it. I have no idea. I like something was on our side that day.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. So we pull over at a toll stop and get out and look at the car, and it's pouring rain and it's so scary, and I'm like bawling my eyes out because it was so scary, and Lexi's kind of shaking and I'm kind of shaking, and we inspect it. We're like, okay, the damage actually isn't that bad. We can make it home like this, and we'll just explain what happened if we get pulled over or anything. And then thankfully at this point we were only like an hour and a half from home,
Mm-hmm.
so we were like, okay, it'll be fine. So the car is kind of silent for a while after that because I'm just like shaking. Um,
Yeah, I would have been too, bro. Why would a deer be on the
I
highway?
know. Why would it be on the fucking highway? It's crazy. But the answer is COVID because nature was like taking the earth back for a while there. Um, but, and that's the way it should have stayed. But anyways, we get back into the state, and then once we crossed the state line and we were finally like, our home state where we reside, this beautiful place, I think that's the point where both of us are like, we can breathe. Because if anything happens now, like, I could get the car towed, somebody can come pick us up, like, we're within that range, so it's fine. So we can finally breathe, and like we kind of start like giggling a little bit about things that have happened on the trip. And then Lexi looks at me and she goes, the whole time you're saying, God, give me anything but a bird. And you placeboed a deer.
You placeboed a deer.
And from then on, we've used placebo in place of manifest, because it's just like a really sick reminder of one of the best and worst combined trips of our lives.
There's definitely a lot of ups and downs for that one, but I feel like overall it's just a 10 out of 10 story.
It is the only core memory I made in the year 2020. Yeah. Or 2021. Whatever. I think it was It was April of 21. That's what it was, I think. Which is insane to me to think.
A valid road trip one. No, I agree with you. If you're about to say insane to think that like all that happened during COVID was so whack. I still can't wrap my head around it.
Sometimes I think about the fact that COVID was only 5 years ago.
Yeah, but then keep in mind it also lasted
years.
I would say till 2023.
I would agree with you. I think the world did not feel normal until 2023. I agree with you.
No, until 2024. I still felt 2023 felt weird.
Oh, really? I think... Okay.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, though, 2023, I was freshly unemployed. So I didn't go out for work or anything. So I guess I didn't really see the way the world was. But yeah, if that's the case, then technically COVID's only been over for like about 2 years.
Yeah.
And that is insane. Do you ever think about the fact that like 50 years from now, when we're both definitely still alive, because I refuse to die before 100,
okay,
do you think like in 50 years when we're still alive, assuming that the sun or nukes haven't killed us all, that they're gonna write history books about like that moment, and they're gonna be like kids are gonna look at us and be like, what was it like during COVID? And we're gonna have to sit there and tell them that we were lifeless for 3 years.
Literally. And then, but I also get the flex because I never got COVID.
Damn. I had it 3 times.
I'm so glad I didn't, because it literally sounded like hell.
I had
I feel like I missed out.
No, you know what was hell? I talk about this sometimes with people that I used to work with. I was one of the issues. I traveled and I got COVID before it was a thing. Because I'm so hipster. I got COVID in December. December. I got COVID in December of 2019. And I thought
you got it fresh off the fucking boat.
Yes, because I traveled to go see my family for Christmas, and I came back and I got sick, and I was like, oh fuck, I have the stupid, like every October, November, I get a sinus infection, and it lasts like all the way until fucking March. And I thought that that's what was happening. I was like, I'm getting a sinus infection. This sucks. So then I go to the doctor. They give me meds to help it, like a Z-Pack. I take it. It doesn't help. I go back to the doctor a month later. They give me an inhaler because I can't fucking breathe. My lungs are on fire. I literally feel like I'm slowly dying. They do tests, they do an x-ray, they think it's pneumonia, they give me an inhaler, they give me more meds. I do that, it's still not fucking working. And then finally, one day in February, I just kind of woke up and I was fine. Went to go see Stray Kids, got sick again, and then they released that
was the Stray Kids year.
Yep. February 5th, 2020. Bang Chan gave me COVID. I am not kidding. He got diagnosed with it like shortly after COVID became a thing. And then I tested positive So he fucking gave me COVID.
You
Um,
should tweet that at
I
him.
I did. I tweeted. I have in my history of tweets. There is a tweet that says at Stray Kids, Chan, you're paying for my COVID bills. Um, and he actually replied to me on Twitter once. It's my
That's
pinned
funny.
tweet for that concert. But yeah, I just remember like going through because I got it before it was a thing, I think, right? There was like really no, well, yes and no. The first time I tested positive was for that test that told you if you had it already so that they could identify like where it started basically.
Yeah.
So they had that test and like everybody they'd said that everyone who was sick between like the end of 2019 and the first couple months of 2020 should go get the test done to see if they were a positive COVID test because they needed data. So my
Yeah.
my office told me to go do it. They were like, we need to know if it's something that's spreading through the office. So you need to go because you were the first one who was sick. So I go get it done. I test positive. I come back. My office basically tells me you have to quarantine for 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know what this thing is doing. And you could be a carrier. We have no idea. So I had to take 2 weeks off of work and basically just sit in my apartment. And then the third or fourth day of that is when the fucking world shut down.
Yeah.
I mean
So you're
like
probably sitting there, you're like, damn, did I do this?
literally everyone in my office for the remainder of the office being open called me patient zero.
Shut up.
No, I'm not kidding. They would
That's
constantly joke that I was
crazy.
patient zero because I was. I was the first one to get sick in the winter months. And then all of a sudden, everyone started getting it. They were like, I don't know what this is. You gave it to me, blah, blah, blah. Like everyone had fucking inhalers. All of our lungs sucked. I mean, it was
Yeah.
terrible. Um, and I was like, yeah, you guys don't blame me. Blame the plane or whoever. I don't know where it came from. But yeah, I learned when I got it the second time, I was telling the doctor about this because he came back, he like called me and said like that my test, my rapid test or whatever was positive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, yeah, I mean, I've dealt with it before. I don't, it doesn't really feel as bad as the first time. And he's like, oh, did you have it like early on? They said I had it before it was like announced to the world that we were in a pandemic. And so he was telling me that the way this thing spread, it was like, have you ever played the game Plague Inc?
Yes.
It literally was like that moment in Plague Inc. where you're like, okay, everybody silently carry this and symptoms. And like,
And symptoms.
because,
Go, go, go.
yeah, because he said that it started in China, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it started in China like 4 or 5 months before it got to us and like the rest of the world. And that people were presenting the symptoms, but it didn't get super severe. And then once it hit our climate, for some odd reason, it just exploded. And like everybody was catching it and it was just getting worse because it was mutating and whatever. And I mean, like, I sometimes I think back to that and how freaking crazy it was to hear, like, yes, the entire world is closing its fucking borders because we
Mm-hmm.
can't allow this thing to spread. All air travel is grounded. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's allowed to go to work. We are now, like, I mean, we were, I don't think, no, we were, for a short time, we were in martial law. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like if you look at the like airplane spread of like the flights being in the air and landing and stuff that they
Hmm.
you can just look at. I forget what it's called. And then when you click into like late 2019 and then you see 2020, you know the exact time that we went under martial law for that.
Yeah, I
Like
think
everything just dead.
yeah,
No
because
flights.
I know the US went under martial law for like 2 days, but I can't remember the exact reasoning. It was like I can't remember the exact reason. I think it was in order to declare a national emergency, we had to go into martial law.
Yeah.
So we had to for like a couple days and then once it was lifted, we could still remain under like a national emergency. Um but yeah, I just remember like never in my life had I ever heard of a worldwide pandemic since like the Black Plague.
Yeah, the bubonic plague.
Yes.
Like literally, I don't even think that was 1900s, was it?
I don't know. All I know is that
I'm pretty sure that bitch is 1800s.
dude, that's it.
Bubonic plague.
It is insane to me to think about it. And like I think when I think about it nowadays, now that the world is like kind of back, I mean, it's not even really that back to normal. Like people are more
Oh my
conscientious
god,
about
dude, that was
going
the
out.
1300s.
The What was
That
swine
was
flu?
uh
Because that wasn't worldwide, but that was the last big like pandemic illness I remember.
2009. What
Yeah.
about the avian flu? Was that one recently
The
too?
what?
Avian?
Oh, wasn't that
That was
90s?
late in 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the swine flu, yeah, would have been
Yeah.
2009.
Because it was H1N1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, H1N1. 'Cause I remember everybody having to get the H1N1 vaccines. I never got it. Um, but I remember everyone having to get it in high school in order to do like sports and stuff. They had to have the
Mm-hmm.
vaccine. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's crazy. I visited New York during the pandemic, and
Mm.
New York was kind of crazy about it because other than Niagara Falls, I went to New York twice during the pandemic. Um, which is so stupid. But when I went the second time, it was to see Joji. I went to go see, like, the world had just kind of started opening back up to, like, letting people go out and do things. But you still had to wear a mask everywhere, right? So the way New York handled it was kind of sick. At that point, vaccines were in full swing. I had mine because I was required by work. It was either get your vaccine or get fired. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so I got my vaccine. I went to New York. We were like on the plane. It was like fucking empty. We get to New York. New York is basically fucking empty. I have never seen Times Square so empty. Like it was because I told my buddy, I was like, we have to see Times Square. It's like the staple of New York. We have to go. And so he's like, yeah, 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 sure, let's go. And so then we were staying, he was staying close to it, and I was staying at my cousin's house. So I went to his hotel, and then we went to Times Square, and Times Square had, probably could have counted the amount of people there. Like, it was so little. And
That's insane.
I know. And like, that compared to when I went with Rachel a couple years ago, like I think it was only a year and a half, 2 year difference, but I mean like it was a big, big difference. And so yeah, we were walking around. There was like nobody on the street. There was like barely any cars. Like people were walking the streets because there weren't any cars because they wanted to stay distance. You couldn't get in anywhere without having your vaccine card and showing it and your ID. Like it was insane.
Yeah, I heard it was like low key like a culture shock
Yeah,
to like see the world
no,
empty.
it was like I mean, during the time that the world actually like fully shut down, I had friends who were living still downtown, like in Chicago from where we went to college. Like, um, a couple people stayed down there. They like went into the master's program, so they were still on campus or whatever. And they were sending me pictures of like Grant Park empty, Millennium Park empty, like the Loop completely empty, River North empty, Navy Pier empty. They were sending me photos of the bridges raised because they didn't want anybody coming into Chicago to minimize the risk. And something that I will say is that them in Chicago and New York, I'm not sure about LA, I didn't hear much, but Chicago and New York handled that shit like a boss. They are two big populated zones, and they said, we are not going to let this thing spread, and they had the fewest cases during that pandemic.
Big
Yeah. Represent. My hometown was not so lucky.
eh.
My hometown, I think, was like everybody had it. Yeah. But yeah, I think about that a lot now because I just think it's insane that that's something like that we lived through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's like people joke about how that was our like moment in history, that was our 9/11 or whatever. Like the thing that
Yeah.
we're going to remember the most as like a big world event. Um,
It's low key also a fever dream.
yeah. It's like a gas leak. It's like I remember every moment and I remember nothing at the same time about the pandemic.
Yeah.
I also just
I
like
totally agree.
the societal effect it had where like I feel like people weirdly understand one another more because we all had to go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but
like,
I still feel like more of like I don't know how they say it. It's like more human nature was still brought back into
yeah.
the world because I feel like there's still so many people who like are just straight up assholes for no
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Yeah,
And I
well,
would like to see a little bit more human nature,
maybe
please.
we need another pandemic.
We just hit it for a round two.
maybe maybe COVID gets a sister.
No, thank you. I'm good because the masks and ignorant people actually triggered me.
I heard there's a new variant of it, by the way. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's called like throat glass COVID.
Okay.
And apparently the reason they call it that is because it feels like you're swallowing glass. Like that's how painful it is.
Oh my god.
So I'm just kind of like maybe I go back to social distancing.
Yeah. I mean, I still even social distance at this time, but
I wear masks still when I like travel and stuff. I don't really like I mean, I did it before, like way before, like starting in 2014 or 2015 maybe. I learned about the N95 masks and how you can get filters for like cloth masks and stuff. And
yeah.
I did that on my flights because I kept getting sick. Like I kept getting the flu from flying back and forth to like Arizona and Oregon and South Carolina and Virginia, and like I was flying
Mm.
so much that I was like getting sick all the time, and I was like, I'm done with this. I can't do it. So I just started
I'm
wearing
sick of this
masks.
shit.
So then when everybody was all pissed off about the masks, I was like, you all thought I was crazy.
You're
you
like,
all
I did that
you all
first.
thought that I was fucking weird for wearing masks in big public spaces. And look at you now. Everyone's doing it.
I feel like people should do it if they're sick or think they might be getting
I
sick.
think people should do it for two reasons. I think you should wear a mask if you feel any sort of icky. And I think you should wear a mask if you plan to sleep because that's how you take in the most germs on a plane. Fun fact. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that you should do it if you are highly susceptible to sickness. If you have a weak immune system, if you have like allergies that day, if you're on your period because our immune systems are weakened on our periods. Fun fact, women. Um, so I think masks are cool and you should just be an owner of one.
I agree.
Yeah. Big chillin'.
Bing chitty.
Bing
Holy
chatting.
shit. We've been yapping for over an hour. Oh,
How much time?
no
What
way.
percentage of the podcast do you think? Is this podcast 60% COVID?
Oh.
No, it's probably like
Um,
30% COVID.
yeah, well, I mean, Niagara talk was still COVID talk.
Oh, this podcast was like 50% COVID for sure.
I would agree. About 40-50% for
About 40
sure.
to 50% COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not sure what we want to do in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I'm gonna be ahead of my schoolwork.
Okay.
So we might be able to do something curated, but you guys will have to just look out.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. No tips and tricks tonight.
Nope.
But we hope you guys enjoyed our yap
Mhm.
sesh, the 40-50% COVID. So and just our
It's
ramblings and
been a
story
few weeks, so
time
it's been
and lore
nice.
drop.
Yeah.
We dropped a lot actually.
Yeah,
What the hell?
actually. We talked about what's weird. We're talking about ourselves.
Oh my gosh, you guys actually listen to that shit? Also, check us out on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you so much.
Yeah, check out half of season 1 on Spotify and all of us on YouTube.
Literally. Well, without further ado, Coveys, thank you so much for listening, watching, all that jazz. And remember, Coveys,
Keep
keep
it
it
real,
real,
but
but
keep it
keep it curious.
curious.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.